All right.
Okay. Welcome.
Let's go.
Shut the fuck up, Brayden, when I'm doing the
God
intro.
damn it.
Welcome to episode 23 of the Modern Day Morons podcast with your hosts, Liam.
Big Bucks Brado.
Jacob.
And
Just
our
Jacob.
first ever guest.
Whoa!
Oh.
What was that?
He's throwing up gang signs.
Welcome, Harvey, to the stream. First ever guest. Would you like to plug your shit?
Sure. I sometimes stream on Twitch, but less so now because I'm in school, and school is hitting hard. You can find me on twitch.tv/goodluckknifing and on YouTube by the same name, and pretty much everything else that you can think of except Discord.
We don't have
Nice.
Also, I don't have headphones because my computer doesn't have an audio jack, and I haven't set up my Bluetooth headphones, so that's pretty cool.
It's been
Yeah.
2 weeks since you streamed, Harvey.
Yeah, I
You're
want to
getting
stream
on the breaking
Tuesday.
schedule
I have a really giant fucking report due Tuesday at midnight, so that's why this weekend sucks. So I've just been doing that all day, and that's what I'll be doing after this podcast as well. So I hope to stream
Fun.
Tuesday.
Well, there you have it. Full-time streamer. Good luck, knifing.
Never
Thanks for
misses.
getting the link in there, Jake. I tried to do the show, but I forgot we don't have commands on.
Mm-mm. We are bad.
We are
Hours.
not good.
Alright, let's talk. Let's
yeah,
talk,
what-
boys.
what's going on this week in life?
School.
Harvey? Store?
Liam, do we have a
streaming.
sponsor this week?
We do. It's let me check my notes. Go fuck yourself, Brayden, and stop trying to insert sponsor when we're
Wow.
already discussing something else. That's our sponsor.
Good sponsor. Good sponsor. Good sponsor. Great sponsor.
Pretty long business name. Is there like an abbreviation
Mhm.
for that?
No, it's just LLC at the end.
Right on. Right on.
Guys, this is super last minute, so I'm a little disorganized. I have food arriving in like 2 minutes, so I'll be back.
Nice.
I
Do your thing.
apologize.
Do your thing.
Take your time. We do unorganized. That's kind of like how this
That
works.
is the gist of this show. Is just unorganized chaos.
Yeah, no, I invited him at 3:30, and then he got
Nice.
back to me at 4:02, and then I'm
Nice.
like, okay, we got to wait a sec. But we're all started. Yeah, it's been a busy ass week for me. Started a new job. Had to take my mom to the hospital. She was there for a few days. Hey, Lemon. Lemon, I don't know if you've
Hey.
seen our special guest, but he's about to be back. She's
Yeah,
doing
that's
better
awesome.
now. She's home. She had labyrinthitis, which is basically inflammation of the inner ear canal. And at one point, it made her so dizzy she couldn't move her head at all without vomiting. So it's not exactly what you want, but that between that, starting the new job, I had to drive my sister to the airport this week and picking them up after this podcast. So getting some good driving experience, but yeah, I've been kind of nonstop.
Really working in that new car, eh?
Yeah, been fucking. I've put in like a few. I think in 2 days at one point I put in 200 kilometers on her, and just literally just driving and then at the hospital for a few hours a day, and then waking up early to work. So it's been nonstop, but this week should be a bit slower. I do have to wake up early every morning, but I kind of like that. Makes me a bit more human of society.
Yeah, human is good. I mean, I'm glad your mom's better. That's major key.
Yeah, she's probably gonna be like bedridden for about another week, but she's on the upswing. But what really sucked is when they first got her in, they didn't have a bed for her for like a full day, so she was at the end of a hallway, and just
Wow.
and that's when her sickness was like the worst. It peaked at the same time, but then on the bright side, she was able to get a private room after that because it was the only room available, and she was there for another couple nights.
Yeah.
And I brought her back home yesterday, so I've been kind of nonstop, but all in all, it's good.
Yeah. That really is the state of our healthcare system right now, though, isn't it?
I was gonna say that really speaks well for our hospitals right now, doesn't it?
That's awesome. That's so
Fuck
good.
it. Just chuck them at the end of the hallway. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. It's a mess. It's a mess. I remember last year I got like really, really sick to my tummy as well, and just like constantly couldn't keep anything down, and like went to the hospital, went right to the ER, right? I waited like 8 hours just sitting on a chair, and I was just like, I like just couldn't stop throwing up into a bag.
Yeah, no, that was my mom, because like it's how the triage works. Most people probably know it's in the hospital.
Yeah.
It's not like a waiting queue. It's always most serious first. So
Mhm.
you can be there first and have to wait like 10 hours if you're on the lower end of fucking. And then even if once you get in, that's not like, hey, you get a room and checked in. It's like you gotta just wait somewhere else till a doctor's free, and then he checks you out, and then goes from there. Like that day, we came in at 2:30 or 3:30, and she didn't get checked in till about 9. And then at that point, she was only allowed one person, so my sister went with her, and I went home. Then I had to pick my sister up at 4 in the morning. Is when they finally got like admitted to the hospital.
Jesus.
So that was a long day, but no, I'm loving the new job. I have a little story to tell when our special guest comes back, and now it's pretty fun. I just pretty much drive around and make things look all satisfying and nice, and it's pretty
It's a
chill.
good time, right? It's not bad.
Nice, dope. So I mean, my week was certainly not as eventful as yours. I started school this week. Got to change my stream schedule. School's a blast, but luckily we don't have to buy new mandatory textbooks, so that's mint.
Good.
I
shit.
learned. Okay, so yeah, what's up, Luke? My school, as all schools do, has a parking pass. Now, with your guys' schools that you went to, I don't know how much the parking pass costs. Oh, there he is.
He's back, the man, the myth, the legend.
My school's parking pass is only $20 for the year, which is dope. But I learned that you can't actually park at the school.
Okay.
The parking lot. So when you buy your parking pass, you get your parking pass is good for a parking lot 10 minutes down the road behind the Tim Hortons. And then you have to take the bus from there to the school. So if you park in the school parking lot, this massive, huge parking lot, you'll get ticketed, and after 3 tickets, you get towed, which is fucking stupid. So the parking lot there is all carpooling, and the parking lot, yeah, exactly. The parking lot's all carpooling, and you need to have 3 students signed on with their student ID number for 1 carpool parking pass, and then you can park at the school. But I don't know, what if I just got other people to sign on a paper saying, yeah, we're going to carpool with him, and then I just drive alone anyways? I'm just curious how that would work.
Are you on the campus near your old apartment?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's a nice one. I saw it a few times.
It is really nice, but they have an empty fucking parking lot because
it's not a big parking lot though. I know where that campus is. I walk by it all the time. It's only got 40 spots.
You're thinking of a different parking spot or a different parking lot. On the other
I'm
side
thinking
of
the one right outside the school.
Mm-hmm. On the other side of the school, there's at least 200 spots.
If you're looking at the school from the road, do you mean the left side or the right side? Because I'm thinking of the right side. Oh.
There's way more than 40. There's 4 different sections with 40 in them, I think.
Oh, my bad.
It goes down the hill. There's a lot of parking spots.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, it's going to be mostly empty this year, I bet. All the boys. Luke takes one to know one, dude. Got him. Look at us on time as well. Gotta say.
Crazy. Unbelievable.
This is the first time in a month we've done it on a Sunday at 4.
I was just in my garage, my real adult garage, taking apart a headboard for a bed. My mom's old bed headboard. I was like, well, lumber's really expensive right now. So I saved the headboard and I just took it all apart. It took me 2 fucking hours, but free lumber.
Not bad. There you go.
What are you going to use it for?
I don't know yet. I might build something for the stream. But some of the wood's scuffed because they use construction adhesive and screws. So I had to take the screws out and then pop a screwdriver between each board and hammer the fuck out of it and break them in half, basically.
So Harvey, anything new with you other than a school starting up again?
Not really, no. So school started. I got 6 courses this term, 6 courses next term. Right after school ends in May, I immediately have a full-time salary job secured. So I'm really excited about that.
Nice. Good shit.
And I'm just working part-time at my other job until then, just to pay rent. And I quit Sobeys in August, so that's also pog.
Oh,
yeah.
I now I go into Sobeys a bunch, and it's You're not there.
Yeah,
Does
I'm
your,
not there.
does y-
Reed's not there. Matt's not there. Tristan's not there.
Mm-hmm.
We're all
Does
gone.
your
It's
does your
depressing.
story, Liam, does it pertain to Asobi's from this week?
Kind of. So, like, I worked for a bid company, and we started. It was my first ever meeting of the bid company, and this is a nationwide meeting with all the heads of the company in Canada. And so I'm joining this meeting. It's on Microsoft Teams, so similar to this. And I don't realize I shouldn't join with my camera on. And also, the invite I got didn't have a link, so I joined like a minute late. So there's about like 100, 150 people in this meeting from coast to coast, and there's 5 people with their cameras on, and they're all very important top of the company people. And then I joined with my camera on to be the sit slot, and I'm just literally my first and yeah, that was a fun introduction. And no, it just went quiet. No one said anything, and like the 5 important people are looking at me, and then like the 200 other people in the chat are looking at me. And then I'm just like, I just quietly just turn my camera and mic off, and they just never even bring it up.
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't just like die in your chair.
Yeah, that was.
It was very awkward, and I can't blame Liam either, because I when working the same job, did my first meeting, I did a very similar thing. It happens to the best of us, but like, holy shit, it was funny, because it was like a big meeting. This was like a big meeting, and just Liam sitting there with his little button-up shirt on, sitting here like this at his desk.
With my gamer chair and my fucking
gamer chair in the background.
Did you at least put your bed?
Well, I had the Teams has like a built-in green screen function.
He had green screen on,
so I had just a nice office or whatever as my green screen. So that was good. At least I didn't join with fucking.
So funny to watch.
Like,
so I just sent him a message, and I was like, "Oh, Liam on the meeting." I think that's when Liam saw the message and was like, "Oh fuck, I'm not supposed to."
I think it would have been rather funny if you just didn't turn your camera off for the entire time. Just wait till somebody says something and you're like, oh, my bad. I thought everybody else was just camera shy.
Wait till the president of this massive company in Canada is just like, hello, person. Now, I don't technically work for the massive company. I work for a third-party company that covers this massive company. So I could just be like, well, technically, you're not my boss. And then my boss, who was also in the call,
in the meeting,
all my bosses were in the call. I have like 5 bosses. They were all there. They all saw, and they all know me because they interviewed me. And I'm just there like in my, and it wasn't even like, it was my fucking, you can see it in the corner there, my fucking Tommy Bahama's fucking teal shirt. And I'm just there like vibing. But
it was very funny.
I mean, hey, look, if you want to climb the ladder, just assume the position, right?
Just start
sit there
talking
with all the bosses. When they
just
say
like,
something, like, "Oh, that's an awesome statistic,"
or just be like, "So we've gathered you here today," and just start like take threshold of the meeting.
Here's what you got to do, Liam. You got to wait. You got to wait till they're about to start, because there's usually about 5 minutes of preamble of, all those people's week's gone, this, that, and the other thing. You wait for that to be over. That presentation starts up. You see those PowerPoint slides come across the screen. You just start reading it out before whoever's running the meeting can get to it. Just turn your camera on, second the PowerPoint starts, and just start reading through it as fast as you can.
Though I'm sure they have administrative powers and could shut you down, but the question is,
absolutely.
Would they shut you down?
Yeah, I'm
self-appointed COO. Is what I'm saying.
I mean,
it would have been so funny though.
What are they gonna do? Fire you?
Yes,
potentially.
Yes. I'm not even on the corporate ladder. I'm the floor the corporate ladder is rested on.
And you're also brand new. You're a freshly installed floor.
I still got like 2 weeks of training. Yeah.
Alternatively, you could request control of the meeting, share your screen, start streaming, and then you have 200 viewers right there.
Yeah, just like I hijacked my company's interview.
How to become Twitch partner.
Just leak all the sensitive information. Man, but it's that was a good start to the day. Start of the meeting. I mean, it was 4 p.m., so it wasn't really the start of the day. But everybody.
More end of the week, if anything.
And it's like because I don't even know the 5 heads who were on the thing, but I know a lot of people in the 200 who are my various levels of bosses and their bosses, and like
they all had their cameras off.
Yeah, they all had their cameras off.
They all had their cameras off.
They're 8 runs above me on the fucking ladder. But No, other than that, new jobs going pretty swell. Just whipping the Elantra and
Nice.
just driving store to store, doing what needs to be done.
I had a situation kind of similar to that when I was in my last year in communications class. Basically, we had like a Microsoft Teams meeting, and my teacher was presenting a PowerPoint, and there's a button that says something like, I think it says "Take Control." So obviously, it.
I know where this is going already.
Look! I skipped ahead. I skipped behind in the PowerPoint because I wasn't listening. I wasn't even at my computer, so I came back and like went back through the slides because you can go back through them yourself. But then I guess for whatever reason, I was like, okay, well, how do I catch back up? Because once you unsync, like you have to follow along manually. It doesn't follow the teacher's PowerPoint anymore when they click. So I guess I pressed Take Control because I couldn't figure out how to sync back up, and it was the only other button there. And then I just fucking hijacked the PowerPoint, and I was like, my teacher's like, "Oh, what happened?" I'm like, I guess I'm the teacher. And then I was just like, I don't know how to give this back, but I think I stole it from you.
So funny.
So we had to sit there for like a minute while he tried to figure out how to take it back from me. I don't know why. Like, how can I, a viewer, a contestant of the class, just take over the slideshow? I feel like that's a pretty dumb. I mean, hey, whatever. But it was pretty
Stranger
awkward.
Things.
Maybe not as awkward as turning on my camera with a Bahamas shirt on in front of 200 people, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it's fun. It was not a fun time, but yeah, it's good. I mean, they know me now, and I'm in the back of their brain, and I'm like an earworm. I don't leave people's brains easily. But yeah, I'm just thinking, Harvey, I've never told this story on the podcast, so I don't know if you've heard it.
Please tell me it's not.
It's that.
No, don't do it. No, don't do it.
Well, I'm just going to ask, Harvey, have you ever heard the diarrhea facial story?
Oh, here we go.
Nope.
He hasn't, boys. And we got 11 viewers. So I'm just saying, if there was a time to broadcast it.
I'll see you later, boys. All right, Liam. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay.
Oh, Luke wants to know.
Luke wants to know. See, moderator, you might want to just leave this section of the stream, or you might want to stay. I don't imagine people's opinion.
I want to leave
much
too.
Lower, but it's not a great story. Oh, and like Lemon's here, Luke's here. We got the whole squad here. I think now is a great time to tell it.
I will say, for anybody who is apprehensive about hearing this story, this is the most quintessential piece of Liam lore that exists on the face of this planet. Okay, and this is peak Liam. Okay, this is where Liam peaked in life in terms of his comedic ability. Okay, just set us up here. Okay, so
it was my Joker moment, basically.
It was Liam's Joker moment. Yes, Liam, take it away, buddy, please.
Okay, so about
Let's immortalize this.
So it was 4 years ago now. I was on vacation with the fam jam. We're on a cruise ship, or we're going to go on a cruise ship, but we're in Miami for a couple of days beforehand. In Miami, it's known for that good old Cuban food. So we go to a Cuban restaurant, and it's one of those greasier, independently owned, it's tasty, but it's not good on the colon. So anyway, we eat lots of, oh, you're eating right now? Oh God, I'm sorry. I don't want to ruin your dinner.
I've only had like 2 French fries. It's fine.
Okay. But anyway, all you need to know is I eat a lot of this good, greasy Cuban food, and the next day is the cruise ship. So the next day we get on the boat, and the thing about cruise ships is it's pretty much all you can eat for free, which, that's a good attribute for me. And
all you can eat.
And at first we go and we do this thing where you pay like $25 a person, but it's a nice fancy steak restaurant. So I get a big old steak, all the fixins, just a giant meal. And I eat that. And then a couple hours later, I'm like, I'm still hungry. So I go down to the bar. I get a barbecue bacon cheeseburger. I get an order of chicken wings and an order of onion rings and a root beer. And I eat it all. And then I'm like, right on. And then I'm with my dad and we're going around. I see some skee-ball. And I start playing some skee-ball. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm pretty good at skee-ball. And then it just hits me like a fucking wall. I'm like, I need a bathroom now. So I tell my dad he's playing on one of the screens. I'm like, I'll be right back. I go and I bolt to the first stall I can see, and it's just full of brown piss. And it's like, I don't have time to go to another stall. So it's Alex here for Alex is here for the fucking diarrhea facial story. Welcome. He's heard it a few times. But anyway, so then I do my business. It's black tar, just liquid black tar, and just fucking empty my guts. And then I'm like, I'm not done yet. So as I'm 180 in Uno reverse and getting ready to throw up, I'm smashing the flush button. And now I realize why that guy's piss turned brown in there. The flusher don't work. And I projectile vomit into this black tar brown piss stew. And it splashes back and just covers my face. And your body has one reaction when there's shit on its face, and it's to vomit. So I'm stuck in this cycle of and more shit's getting on my face, and that just causes me to vomit harder. And I'm just I'm like crying, and there's like it's splashing up, it's getting on the floor, on the stall walls. I'm just like fucking until I'm empty, and I just fucking lay back. I've got shit and vomit on my face. The wall's painted. I can't even flush it, so I just leave it for some poor underpaid worker. That's his problem now. I go to the sink, I wash my face off, and then I just go to my dad. I'm like, I need to go to the room, and I just go to the room and I just sit in the shower for like half an hour, and that's the day my innocence died, because you don't come back from that. Like, there's things you can come back from in life, and that's not a moment you can. When you vomit your own shit and someone else's brown piss into your face in a vicious feedback loop of disgustingness. And that's the story of the diarrhea facial, aptly named.
I'm still surprised you didn't get dysentery and fucking die after that.
I have several questions.
Go ahead.
How far was the bathroom from your room?
That's a good question.
It was at the after the shift, whatever the front of the ship is. My room was at the back, and probably about 7 floors. So I didn't have like shit on my shirt. Luckily, I was able to keep it to the face area. Good or not.
Luckily, yeah. Luckily kept it all to the face.
So I looked like a mess. Like, it was such a hard vomit because I've never vomited harder than when I had shit like dripping off my face. So like all the blood vessels in my face are broken. This is day 1 of the cruise. This is day 1 of the vacation, and I've just ruined my life. and I was able to make it to the room, and my mom's like, "Oh, you don't look so good. What's up?" I'm just like, I don't want to talk about it. I sat in the shower, like it was a shower with a shower head, and I just sat down on the floor, just like this for like half an hour, trying to like fucking wash the crime I committed off me.
So you did clean it off your face before you made the traversal through the entire ship, right?
Yes. I did not walk through a ship with. It was a messy bathroom and the stall. I feel bad for whoever had to fucking clean up that fucking stew, because that's 3 liquids just marinating, and oh god, it's that was my nom.
Jesus. How was the rest of that cruise?
I mean, I didn't eat a lot that cruise, just out of fear of retribution of my own fucking digestive system, and I just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of just stayed in the sun and tried to bake it off of me, bake all the fucking toxins out of my skin. But
I feel like that's like a personal hell for you, Liam, being on a cruise surrounded by all you can eat food every which way you look. Yet yes. you know deep down that you mustn't.
Yeah, no, and like when I say all you can eat, they have like just all these like endless buffets, and it's piles of like chicken tenders, mac and cheese, just all the fucking food, and I'm just there like, not again.
Jesus.
But I figured I had to tell that story because we got a lot of the crew in here, and you're our first ever guest, and you haven't heard the story, so I figured it was an aptly time. Enjoy your dinner, by the way.
Liam's been waiting half a year to tell that story on this podcast.
Yeah, it's been like over 6 months, and I haven't told that story on the podcast. Oh, even Tristan's here.
Tristan made it for the diarrhea facial.
Tristan, who lost at the basketball hoops game at the arcade out of me, him, and Braden.
True, guess who won? this bad boy right here.
I was able to savant it a couple times, like synth like 5 in a row, but I never.
No,
got past
there
round
were
2.
points where Liam was like Neo in the Matrix, and he was the one for like a good 10-second stretch every game he played.
Speaking of Neo from the Matrix, you guys see that new trailer?
I've never watched that. It's only got one director this time. Because like the two brothers who directed the Matrixes are now the two sisters, but now only one of the sister is doing it.
Yeah, Lon is doing it. Lily is not. But yeah, I'm excited.
Hey, wait. Did they're transgender? Both of them?
Both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? That's kind of
surprising.
What are the odds on that?
Twins?
I guess
were
if
they,
twins,
yeah, they were twins.
Maybe
they were twins. Also, that's like what a lot of the Matrix is about, like subtextually.
What if only one of them wanted to do it, but the other one's like, "Fuck, we're twins."
I mean, it's a good out of being.
Lana was the first, so
they didn't do it at the same time.
That's partially why Lily's not returning though either. It's because she just finished her transition.
Okay, sure.
So like, I imagine that's probably a little rough, like a tough process. So
like
I can imagine not wanting to go back and do a fucking new Matrix or whatever.
Yeah, but me, Brayden, and Tristan saw the new Marvel movie, The Legend of the Ten Rings. It's actually a top 5 Marvel movie for me, which is good because it was like Ant-Man, in which my expectations weren't. I knew it was going to be good because Marvel makes good movies and has high budgets, but no, it was actually a very good movie.
Really good, Tony Leung, I think. Very good in that movie.
And you said one of them, right?
And Dasani's in it. She's the
Aquafina is in it.
Bad joke.
That was a great joke.
I liked it.
Whoa. But what do you have for dinner, Harvey?
I have a Lazizo burger and fries from Charger.
Oh, nice.
Charger's really good.
Charger kind of slaps.
Charger
really surprised me.
I really like Charger. If I'm ever like in the mood for a burger, but I don't want to spend like $20 at cheese curds, Charger is the go-to.
Charger burgers are about the same price though.
They're like a buck and a half cheaper. Across the board.
You can cross the bridge once.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing, like,
let's be honest though, cheese curds also slaps. But I never go to cheese curds for a burger. I always go if I go to cheese curds, I'm getting a poutine.
I just get both.
Burger.
I get both as well. Burger with side of poutine.
You guys are nuts. You gotta get the Thai sweet chili chicken poutine.
Yeah, that one's so slaps.
Didn't Alex get that recently, or did you get that one?
I got that one a while ago. He got one, and he just added sour cream to it.
Right.
Here's my opinion on cheese curds. Their actual like beef burgers are okay. They're not great. Their main appeal is that you can like fully customize it like a Subway, and they have
it's burger Subway.
Yeah, and they have like you could get like fancy burgers.
No, hold on. Harvey's is burger Subway.
This is better burger Subway.
Why is cheese curds not burger Subway, Brayden?
Because there's nothing else. There's nothing else for Harvey's. It's all bad, but that's their claim to fame is cheeseburger.
Did you just call Harvey's bad?
Harvey's
is dog shit, bro.
Y'all are you guys smoking crack?
I like this guy.
Are you guys smoking
I like this guy.
Crack?
But
Harvey's
Subway burger is garbage.
Harvey's is okay. I like cheese curds better than Harvey's.
I agree.
It's not even on the same level.
But Harvey's is like pretty solid. They got a really good buffalo chicken burger there too.
What burger place is Harvey's better than? Like any fast food. Name one.
Burger King.
Burger King for sure.
Burger King and Harvey's are on the same level. McDonald's tastes better than Harvey's every day of the week.
I fully disagree with that.
Burger King is better than Harvey's, bro.
Honestly, I don't know if I've ever gotten a burger from Harvey's.
No, I always get their onion rings, fries, or chicken burger.
Yeah, I just get the fries.
No wonder you
get the fuck out of this conversation, bro.
Let's go to Harvey's.
They're good.
They're
good.
Brain's like, yeah, I love Harvey's. I've never had like their, the thing that everybody's talking shit on, but it's great.
I've had like a Harvey's burger, but I was like 10. If I go to Harvey's now, it's just like I know to get the chicken burger because that's my favorite thing there.
Well, that's not a fucking
Harvey's
burger.
burgers taste like the shit you'd scrape off the bottom of your fucking work boots at the end of the day. They're garbage. They're garbage.
Harvey's is not that bad. Harvey's is not that bad.
Brain, you said you had a burger there once.
Yeah.
20 years ago. You can't say it's not that bad.
Their logo is a burger, Brayden. That's what they have to be judged on. You don't
If you go to
judge Dairy
Harvey's and
Queen
only
on
get the
their
onion
chicken
rings, of
tenders.
course it tastes good. Onion rings fucking slap.
Debatable.
Onion rings are where it's at.
Harvey, are you going to be free regularly at 4 on Sunday? Because we might need a host.
Yeah, I should be. If I can make time this very Sunday, then I probably will be every other Sunday. Hey, I'm
Okay, I
Brayden.
can see it.
Just change your name to Hig
Oh.
Hux the Hado. You're good.
Hey, Hot. Horrible.
Wait. Tristan, did you say Harvey's is not bad? And then did you say Harvey's is better than McDick's, Wendy's, and Burger King?
Or is he, I think that's his
Tell me
rank.
that's not the list that you made. That's better than.
I
need to
still
know.
agree with. I think Harvey's. I that's what I mean though. I don't know how you guys. For me personally, Harvey's like even their burgers, which I don't have often, but their burgers like not bad.
When you said
But,
you had
like,
one when you were 10.
One every
It's
decade.
been a while.
That's not
One
even
every
often.
decade, exactly.
That does not qualify for often. You shouldn't even be arguing about how good
I'm
Harvey's
saying
is.
not very often, but I go to Harvey's often. I just don't get burgers often because again, I get the chicken burger.
Okay,
Chicken burgers are
Burger
delicious.
King is underrated for the record. It's,
Burger King is
King's
fucking
it's-
garbage.
If you get the right thing at Burger King, it's good. They have matzo
They have-
sticks and onion
But
rings.
that argument can clearly be made for Harvey's too.
No, but even just their burgers, like their king burgers, they always have like either a bacon king, a garlic king, a roadhouse king, a spicy king. It's just 2 burgers, cheese, and then usually like sauce, onions, jalapenos. They slap, bro. More than Harvey's. I'm not saying Burger King's great, but I'm saying it's tastes too much shit.
I don't agree with that. I went to
I
Burger
think-
King once, and I got their like Western barbecue burger, just the burger, and it was $12, and it was fucking garbage. That is a huge waste of money, and it's bad.
I got. There's one burger in my entire life, and I've gone to Burger King quite a few times. There's one burger at Burger King that I thought was tolerable, and it was like a seasonal 2-month thing over a summer, and it was like their spicy. They had like a jalapeno crunch Whopper or something like that. That was good. Everything
Yes.
else I've ever had from that wretched food establishment
No,
has
you just
been
the order.
foul.
For
Just
me,
disgusting.
Harvey's and Burger King are on the same level. And that level is fucking what I step on.
I cannot believe the Harvey slander in the chat today.
Harvey's is like either high F tier or low D tier.
Harvey belongs here. Harvey's does not. That's the bottom line.
You should
Let's
sue
do a
them for
poll
using
and
your
let
name.
chat decide what's better, Burger King or Harvey's.
Well, half of chat probably doesn't have Burger King or Harvey's.
Yeah, fucking the Irish.
They can just close their eyes and choose.
Yeah, I'm only racist towards Irish people.
Mm.
You're such a good guy, Liam.
Well,
Really
I'm like
nice.
I'm
Only
like 60,
racist towards one country's people. One
I'm like
lad.
54% Scottish or something, so it's in my blood to hate Irish people. Except Luke. Luke, you're one of the good ones.
See,
I
you
don't know
don't
how to
even say
feel
they have
about this
Burger King.
conversation. I do.
Yeah,
That sucks. Burger King's ass.
Burger
wait,
King is
I-
terrible.
The sun never sets on the burger empire, my dudes.
No, dude, I wonder at Burger King there if it's like instead of beef burgers, they have like potato burgers.
Hey, we don't talk about potatoes in Ireland after the
Maybe
family.
they just use like potato buns, you know? That's a thing.
Speaking of
isn't it?
potatoes, you know the newest up and coming potato product in the globe? It's apparently
No.
huge in like the UK and I think China. It's potato
Waffle
milk.
fries. Gross.
Potato milk?
Potato milk.
Everyone
I-
thinks until you start melting taters.
I'd
I
say
mean,
like,
I
oh, how
understand, I
weird and
guess.
gross, but yeah, like oat milk, almond milk. I don't know. Fuck it, they'll make milk out of anything these days.
Potato
But, like,
milk
all
is
of
much
your-
more sustainable than almond milk because it takes 56 times less water to grow a potato than it does an almond.
Damn.
Very, very
Yeah.
good point. But I feel like, because, you know, you have oat milk, it tastes kind of like oats. You have almond milk, it tastes kind of like almonds. So potato milk's going to taste like potatoes.
Apparently, it is very creamy and neutral tasting.
I feel like it would just taste like the starchy kind of effect that potatoes give. You know what I mean? But I
You
mean, hey,
see-
maybe not.
See, the reason it's probably big in like China and stuff is just if you look at like global maps of like lactose intolerancy, Africa and Asia are among the highest, and like it's really North America has like the lowest. Just humans are naturally lactose intolerant, and then some of us have just evolved. We just kept drinking milk and throwing up until we didn't throw up anymore. But we're the only mammal that drinks another mammal's milk.
Yeah, we're weirdos like that. We're fucking.
We also
freaks.
drink potato milk and almond milk and oat milk. Apparently, those aren't
Soy
mammals.
milk.
We'll milk anything, even if it ain't got titties. That's the human. That's the
Hey.
human experience, baby.
We're just milkers.
We're
We
just
are
milkers.
farmers.
Mommy's
Just-
milkers, baby.
The modern day melters were coming for. We're gonna melt you. You can run, but you can't
that's a
hide.
horror
We're gonna
movie.
melt you.
That's our October special name. It's just spooky season. Modern day
Season
milkers.
milk edition.
Step up, get fucking milked, boys.
Jesus.
Sweet. Okay, if we want to blow up modern day morons, the only way to do it is go around in public and throw milk at people.
I
Or
guess
milk
I'll
people.
do it.
All right. Hold up. March 2022. Get Milk March. We go around every podcast we film outdoors around the city as we just throw gallons of milk at unsuspecting strangers.
I was thinking more like, because that's not cost effective. What we got to do is buy a bunch of Ziploc bags, pour like, a cup or two in a Ziploc and just fucking drive by, biff it at somebody.
Melt
I'll throw it
balloons.
I mean,
Melt
Liam's
balloons.
really good at
Yes.
that.
Liam
is really good
Liam
at
had the right idea.
aiming out of car windows, like not with guns, but bags of
Or
liquid
pop.
containers.
Yeah.
Pop. Or
Liquid
that one
containers.
time we were driving up a street and I was being a jackass in high school and I unwrapped a McDouble and just fucking sauced it against some guy's white minivan. So it painted the side of it. And this was at like 1 a.m. So he would have had to go to work the next day. And there was like ketchup and burger shit just on this white minivan.
You
Yeah.
really are a
Also-
menace.
Also, the
Kind of.
time when we were in my old Civic, the 09, and we're going down one of those beautiful, Atlantic Canadian beach roads, and there's a stop sign on this road, and Liam, in his infinite wisdom, has decided in this moment of seeing this stop sign with his full drink that he had just bought from McDonald's, along with like 10 McDoubles or whatever Liam shit he did that day. In his hand is this pop, this large pop, right? A Canadian large, so it's a big boy. He out the window, fucking biffs it as I'm driving still to smacks the fucking stop sign, but he threw it so hard that the force of the throw took off the lid as it started going and just popped all into the car door. That door was sticky till the day I sold it.
Brandon, I've seen that car. The person who uses it lives
I know.
really close to me.
Oh, do they? Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
Throw more
it's
pop
over
at it.
at
Just
McKenna's
pour
now.
pop down the fucking window.
The thing.
But yeah, no. I used to be a shitter. I still am a shitter. Just
Mm.
I'm better at it. I'm better
Shit,
at
it was a
shitting.
real job now.
An acceptable shitter.
Yeah. Man, I was fucking. It was an awkward moment driving today. I had to pick up one of my mom's prescriptions, and I had to left turn into Lawden's, and the other guy had to left turn in the apartment I used to live in, and we both entered the left turn lane too early, so we met in the middle, and neither one of us could make our left turn. And he's like fucking like this, and I'm like, bro, you did the same thing. What do you mean? We're both at fault. And then I just wait till there's no cars coming and just drive a little bit on the fucking wrong side of the road and turn in. But dude, just that moment when I'm like, wait a second, I hope he's turning left soon. And he was thinking the same. And the worst part was I could have turned left at the first entrance to Lawden's, but I wanted to do the second one. So we just like met in the middle, and yeah.
That's what hubris gets you, Liam.
a very smooth.
He was probably one of
gray
your old
moment.
neighbors.
Probably.
That's fun though.
That makes
What if it was
sense.
Xavier? What if it was
No.
Alex?
That would have been funny.
That would have been good.
Now, if it was Alex would have just crashed head on into you.
And Liam would have also not moved. He would have just put his car in park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have went and got the prescription and then fucking come back. But yeah, no,
There
fucking.
he is.
I'm just whipping around nonstop for my job. I fucking love it. I just listen to podcasts. I got the Google Maps. I'm headed to
Android
fucking
Auto.
Fall Lake
Nice.
tomorrow, or not Fall River.
Fall River?
Or Fall River. Oh, okay.
Fall River. So that'll be a nice little drive. And then next week I train with Braden, so it'll be me and Braden
Let's go. Let's go.
just drive
Nothing
whipping around.
It was getting done that week.
No, it's gonna need to happen one way or another. We have so much shit to do. Me and Liam are in charge of so much fucking garbage now. It's
Yeah,
insane.
we're in charge of. They put two 21-year-olds in charge of the largest territory
in Atlantic
in volume in Atlantic Canada. And like most other people who work these jobs, they're like have like 30 years experience in groceries, and they're in their 50s, and it's just me.
I
and
mean, let's
Braden
be
like,
honest. Those
"Ah."
guys probably don't hustle. Sure, they have a lot of experience, but they're out here walking with a cane.
Some of them
have that theta male grind set.
Well, the guy who trains me hustles. He's like considered one of the best.
Yeah. There's hustlers, and the guy training me right now too, because I just moved up, and like Liam's taking my old job, and I'm doing another thing. The guy who's training me right now also works pretty hard, but like yeah, they're older. We got that advantage for sure.
At least your back might not hurt for a couple more years.
I'm actually related
My
to
back's
the
been
guy
hurting
who's
since
training
got
Brady.
broken in 7th grade.
That's fun fact.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Do we have any good Tristan stories? Hayden, do you have any good Tristan stories? Sorry, Harvey.
There's always Tristan stories.
There's gotta be a good Tristan story somewhere.
Before we get into that, though, thinking of Tristan, I played a lot of Dark Souls last night, and I beat Nameless King, and I felt like sitting in the shower and crying. Like I literally felt like how Liam felt. Yeah, I know.
It took me 26
more than I wanted.
Tristan said Liam's taken over 80 and still hasn't beaten him.
Bro, it took me 63 on Pontiff, and you're like, oh man, 20 attempts.
How many did it take you to do Nameless King, Jacob?
20. Anyways, it was 2 hours. I was about to give up, and then I went to the washroom. I splashed water on my face. I came back, and I played the most hype Megalovania remix ever, and I beat him in fucking 6 minutes, and I felt like a king. But I was a shell of a man for the rest of the night. Like I think I felt how Liam felt after the diarrhea facial. Like I actually
don't compare our stories. We are not the same.
I'm glad we're not, because
you may as well be like, I feel like how I felt after surviving my trip to Afghanistan, where my entire squad but me got wiped. Maybe that's more in your realm of what you felt. I am on a different.
I did do that. You're right. I did do that. My bad. Anyways,
you're down, kid.
Bye.
Nameless King can suck my wiener. I hope he perishes. And whoever made him.
Yeah, you killed him.
But no, I need to kill him again, but like without actually having to fight him again. That shit pissed me off.
Just kill his voice actor.
This is a bit off topic, but do you guys hear the? Do you guys remember 4 years ago? Those 2 girls went to jail for stabbing the shit out of their friend because Slenderman told them to.
Yep, I do remember that. Yeah.
Well, one of the girls gets released. Yeah, one of the girls is getting released to the public on Monday after spending 4 years in a loony bin.
Which somebody stabs her because Slenderman told them to.
I want her to just immediately, like day one, just fucking do it again.
All right, so
Slenderman's been waiting.
This is a weird one because
I also on the one
hand, yeah, me too. Who hasn't, right? We all had a little bit of kooky fun as kids, right? But no, it's just one of those weird things where it's like, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna get a rehabilitated person after just tossing like a 12-year-old into
a mental asylum for 4 years.
For 4 years, I don't think that's gonna do much to solve whatever the underlying issue was there. That's just me.
Hot take.
No, I would say probably not.
But also, what else do you do? You have a 12-year-old murdering people or trying to
keep them in jail. Just keep them there. I know it costs money.
We should rehabilitate people, especially kids. But like, Jesus Christ.
Well, some people you should, but some people are not rehabilitatable.
It's true. Well, I mean, like,
the fact of the matter.
You know,
some
the thing is,
people
too,
not.
I say that, but you guys, there was that fucking. This is dark, so like, if nobody wants to hear, if you don't want to hear like a dark thing for a couple seconds, tune out for a couple seconds or mute us, whatever. But like, do you remember there was a case? I think it was in London, right, or somewhere around London, about 20 years ago, and it was like 2 kids that kidnapped a smaller kid, like 2 10-year-olds, who went and kidnapped this like 5-year-old, and then just like brutally murdered this kid, right? And then it's like, yeah, they sent those kids to jail. And like all of these like adults were like protesting this too. Like, we should just fucking behead these children, like fucking kill them. Like they're awful, right? It's like, yeah, fair enough, whatever. But like, it's crazy. It's a crazy situation. And, you know, the kid got out after like 5-6 years, the leader one who kind of like was running that whole show. And then, they just like did a whole bunch of extra awful shit as soon as they got out. So maybe there's something to that, Jacob.
I mean,
that's a weird reaction to have to 2 kids murdering another kid.
There are people that are just bad through and through. There's also people that go to prison and should not be there. Like people who sell weed go to prison for life, or steal
Fully agree.
bread
Fully agree.
to keep it. Like, there's people that don't need to be in prison, and there's people that absolutely need to stay in prison or die for the rest of their lives. Die for the rest of their lives. Like that's. I don't mean to be like unaccepting of change kind of thing, but like there are people who will not change. They are bad people. Like they do not have remorse, and they did what they did because they wanted to. That means they can and will do it again.
Yes.
That's just, I don't understand the logic behind it. Well, this guy killed somebody because he was being harassed by them every day. He deserves 20 years in jail. This guy killed somebody because he looked at him funny. He also deserves 20 years in jail. Like it's a different thing.
No, I totally get what you're saying. I just want to say on a serious note, and you hold me to this. Like, please hold me to this. If I go to jail, keep me there, because if you release me, I'll do it again. That's just my official statement on the matter. Whatever, in a video game, if something happened and you let me out, I'm the type of person who will not be rehabilitated and will just plan to one-up my previous action. So,
I know you are, but like, what if you accidentally hit somebody as they're like, what if somebody jaywalks and you accidentally hit them one day? You're like, no,
I'll fucking do it again.
I'm gonna find a fucking jaywalker next time, and I'm gonna hit him on purpose.
Dude, we had that story a couple 2 months ago on the podcast about the lady who was drinking while driving, hit and killed someone, went to jail when she was like 17, got out like 3 or 4 years later, and like within 3 months, drunk drived and hit and killed another person.
So basically, Liam, what you're saying is you could hit the 3-peat.
The 3-peat.
Patrick.
The hat trick. Jesus.
I'm just saying my car would have to slow down, not from me pulling over from the police, but from just too much in the fucking wheel well.
Yeah.
That's
ominous.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Liam with a taste for blood is a terrifying thought. Just as an aside.
Liam, I'm glad you I know you're fucking weird, but I'm glad you're all mentally there, because I feel like you'd be a basket case if you were not all mentally there.
Do you think he's all mentally there? Do you really think that?
I think
98%. 98%.
I think he's at least high functioning.
I'm either like an extremely low functioning regular person or an extremely high functioning sociopath.
See, but he knows this. He knows this, so that makes me think he's one of those for sure. But like, TikTok's a fucking weird place, Liam, and I'm concerned that if you weren't all mentally there, I would be sending you, or rather, I'd be sending somebody else a TikTok. Like, you know the TikToks I send you?
Yes.
You'd be one of those TikToks if you weren't all mentally there.
Yeah, no, fucking TikTok works great for my self-esteem. Like, from especially what Jacob sent me, I'm like, well, at least I'm not that guy. But then I'm like, those guys are getting more popular, so maybe I should just fucking put on a persona of just that.
There's some motherfuckers on TikTok that should not hit record.
Yeah, but then people still watch. So,
and then I sent them to Liam, and Liam sends me them back.
They stay winning. The
crazy content. Winning. It's content.
Yeah. No, I had this depressing thought the other day where I was just like, we were such idealistic teenagers, and now me and Braden are part of the capitalist machine, and Tristan's part of the military-industrial complex, and we're not even 22 yet.
That's awesome. I love it.
Well, you got nobody to blame. If that makes you feel better.
Society.
Except for society. You could blame your need for money. You could blame society.
I got really high the other day, and I'm like, I think society is in its worst state it's been in a while. Like, overall, people are doing pretty good, and quality of life's quite high. But just like people as a society, with like communicating with each other and just all the bullshit that's going on, it feels like we're not in a great place right now. Harvey, what are your thoughts on our current society?
I don't know about the worst it's been, but it's definitely not in a great place currently.
I mean, like, let's be honest, it's been pretty bad in the past.
That's always
there's been some big political problems in the past.
But that's
through
all the time through history, though, it typically like goes up. And then I start thinking too, like they say, like the fall of Rome, like Rome lasted however many thousand years. And it's like,
and then
should our modern society fall? Because I feel like
I think Western civilization is nearing a tipping point. I think we're getting there. I don't think we're there yet, but I think we are like
we will fall like Rome soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this cycle, this continuous growth oriented cycle can continue for like more than another 50 years.
This is a
Honestly.
big topic to get into at the end of a podcast.
At the end of a podcast. But yeah, no, and the other thing is too, I think you're kind of right though, Jacob. Like, yeah, obviously, like you think back to the Middle Ages and it's like, you know, I don't think people like raping, pillaging, and burning down fucking fishing villages or whatever were like, you know, I don't think that was a more peaceful iteration of society than what we have today, right? I don't think that was a more kind version of society than we have today. But like on another end of it though, I think we're in such a weird position right now where like you have all of these kind of like not corporate entities, but just like a lot of media and things pushing these ideas like, oh, we're, you know, everybody's equal and everything's great and this, that, and the other. And it's like, yeah, it is. That is the truth. That is the truth. But at the same time, it's like there's so much underlying shit happening like all the time that I do think we are just at like a point where it's like something's gonna happen. And I say something's gonna happen, but shit's been happening for like the last 2 years now. So
well, the thing is, if our society doesn't fail like from people, I figure global warming just takes us out.
oh yeah,
But
no,
that's
we got
technically failing from people.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yes,
either way we lose and it's our fault.
it's not it's different than like the fall of Rome. It's not like the fucking world exploded for Rome to fall. I guess is what I'm.
That was just
at.
messy politics, but now it's.
We should have a Ireland special at some point.
Why don't we
Let's
just
do
have
it.
like 10 people on here? Just have a mob.
We can
and just
have up to
everybody,
10
everybody
people.
talks over each other.
We should do
That'd be
like
fun.
episode 25 or something. Let's do like a big like just invite a bunch of people on. Have like a 10-person call and just have like a special.
Get
Let's
the
have a
flying head
special.
honchos from Liam's work meeting the other day.
Yeah,
Yes.
Let's do
they
a,
love this show.
let's do a Luke special where we play video games with him, and we just kill him a lot, and all you can hear in the background is him just yelling because that's all he does.
Luke Splitgate or Phasmo, your choice.
Not this Luke, not this Luke. It's a different Luke. It's
different
it's a local
Oh,
Luke.
oh.
This Luke is peaceful.
Yeah, this
Local
looks
Luke.
The other
Screams
Luke
all the
Luke
time.
only knows
Luco.
violence.
Other Luke would get us demonetized. I have a clip of him. I won't say what he said.
You
but
can't
this-
say it. You can't even really reference it because we might get demonetized. But yeah,
It was
We're
it
not
was very
monetized,
much.
We're not monetized.
Hey, say that. Don't tell that to all of our multi-million-dollar sponsors that
Yes.
turn out to be tragedies.
Like today's sponsor, the LLC.
Oh, you wait. We got big news for next week.
Yeah, no, I don't mean metal Luke. We have a friend Luke who he's very vocal about his disappointment in video games when he dies, and he also dies a lot.
But
It
yeah,
makes for painful years.
Irish.
I didn't know
boys,
Tristan changed his name.
Ah,
That's a good one.
Got him.
I was confused.
Yeah, Tristan ain't got
Yeah.
Tristan ain't got nothing on Luke.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
We're not-
Tristan will get mad, but like Luke will
Look, you can't get Tristan mad enough to
burrow
say the
into
gamer
the
word.
levels of hell to find anger.
Yeah. But no, shout out. We'll definitely do an Irish
special.
podcast at some point. I expect you guys to speak some goddamn Irish though.
Gaelic,
do it.
Liam, come on.
Gaelic. Don't you mean Celtic? Or is that fucking Scotland?
I don't
Luke, I don't want to be that guy, but it's Tristan with an I, not an E.
Yeah, I know. Although he carries himself like it's Tristan with an A.
I don't know what that means, but for some reason I feel like I do.
We lost Harvey. He's dead.
Rest in peace.
Harvey,
He's been killed.
can you hear us?
He got hacked by Tristan.
There's two Harveys. What the fuck is going
Ah!
on?
Sorry. I tried to open a new tab, but I accidentally opened Indeed, so it took me away from the screen.
Okay, but shout out. We're probably going to wrap up now. I appreciate Harvey for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Very last minute. I messaged him
Yeah.
half an hour before the show. The show.
Show bar is
show. It started.
I'm glad I checked Discord because this is the first day I've ever put myself on Do Not Disturb just because I'm doing this report, so I would have completely missed it.
Right on.
Glad to have you
So-
join, Harvey. Did a great.
Thanks
great
for
job.
having me.
My mom's
We're
calling
coming.
me. She's probably wondering what's going on.
The show is stuck.
Oh man, I hate how easy it is for me to just lean into that. But yes, we appreciate everybody for watching. This has been one of our highest engagement episodes.
Hell yeah.
We can thank Harvey for that. First ever guest. Harvey, has plug your shit again for all these people who have never seen or heard of you before.
For sure. I go by Harvey on Twitch because it happened once in Lemon Stream and then it stuck, but my name's actually Hayden. I'm Good Luck Knifing on pretty much everything. Twitch, YouTube, all the other stuff. And thanks for having me. Glad to be here. I hope to be back at some point.
Definitely.
And can I suggest a raid target?
Ooh,
Absolutely,
yes.
you can. Working my Kegels right now.
Oh my god.
That's gross.
I was not expecting my fucking chair to tip over, but that was.
I really hope somebody clipped that. If not, I'm
What
going
part
back
of
to the
that-
VOD.
What
It'll be
part
on
of that
YouTube,
was like
too.
surprising that the chair tipped over? Like
Well,
the
I've
part
never
where you
tipped over
lean
my.
fully back, or what?
Let's see. Raid channel. I just someone can plug our YouTube also, if someone can find it. But yeah, no, all our VODs are posted to YouTube. I haven't edited a lot of them recently, but one of these days I'm going to go through. Oh, Harvey,
They
let's
are
see.
there though still
Found
too.
it.
So if you ever want to watch it without the editing on the first minute and the last minute, they're there. They are there, fully uploaded. So
Perfect.
links down below, folks.
Right on. Well, we appreciate all of you folks. Thanks to the Irish people for joining us.
Shout out the Irish.
All of them.
For all they do.
Every single one of them.
All of Ireland, thank you for coming.